If they don't get that money together, they get beaten up. The teachers don't give them any food. And the big kids steal the money from the smaller ones, or the food that sometimes people give them food. So life is really hard, and these children then run away from those teachers. So on the street you have two groups of children, those who are still with the teachers and those who have run away. And it's really only at night you can distinguish them, because those that are by themselves, they will be sleeping on the street while the other kids have to go back to their teacher. So the kids that are left alone on the streets, they go together in groups, and you'll have an older child with a younger child, and the younger child has to actually serve the older child and help him while the older child protects the younger child. So they have those relationships on the streets, trying to survive and get around. Not all the street kids have that history. I mean, there's all kinds of stories in this culture. In families, parents, they don't really interact with the children very much. Fathers are very distant, so children don't actually hear anything nice from the fathers, because the fathers think that will make them weak, and physical punishment, beatings are very normal in this culture. So a lot of these children never hear a positive word. There's no physical affection. Hugging is basically unknown in this culture. So a lot of our children, when we hear their stories, they have very different stories. A lot of them have run away for various reasons, because of the beatings, or because we've had a child that was beaten up every day of his life by his father, and then his father wouldn't even give him food anymore, so he ran away. So there's all kinds of horrendous stories what these kids have gone through. So we always, when we take a kid in, we always have them tell their stories. And sometimes we try to find a family member to get their agreement for the kid to stay with us. But we try to protect them, because and if the kids have actually been given away to Muslim teacher, the family will take the kid back to the teacher. They don't want these children back. And most of the times the parents actually don't want the children back. But sometimes they do come and find them here when they have just run away for various reasons. But a lot of these children that have been given away to the teacher, they're usually 5 years old. We also have had a child that was only 3 years old or already on the streets, because there's no family member to take care of him, so we have taken him in as well. So the stories are very, very different, but it's mainly boys on the street. It's primarily boys. Right now we have about 8 children here between the ages of 5 and 18. My children are all sitting over there right now at our kitchen. This is where the cooking is done right now. We have another 16 children that from the neighborhood that are too poor to go to school, so we send them to school, we pay tuition for them, and we feed them as well. So they come here to eat once a day, and then we pay tuition for them. So tuition is a big factor, having 16 children in school right now, or 17 actually. So that's a few $1,000s a year in total. So that's a big expense. As for food, in the city, we feed about 60 people a day here on our property. And then in the villages as well, we help poor people, widows, and that are alone with their children. We help them, so we have another close to 60 eating in the village several times a week that we care for. So our food budget is about $1,000 a month for all that. And the food prices have gone up big time. Rice is the main staple here for people. So the first building, we all live in this first house. All the kids we've taken in and all the workers, we live here, and this one is done. And then our second building right now is, in the future when everything is built, it's going to be the dining hall. Right now, since it's one big room, we use it for our services, we use it for prayer meetings, any events we have. We use that building for. We also teach classes in there, like the literacy class for the street children. And then the street children spend the night in there. We put up mattresses for them, and they sleep on there every night. So that second building, we still need another $11,000 to finish that second building. And then the next thing to do will be to flatten out the ground because the property is going downhill. And then we hope to build next actually another house that's gonna be for workers, so we can take in more people. Right now we have a whole family that is waiting to move in with us. Parents with 5 children. The 5 children we already have sponsors for them and sent them to school, and the mother is helping us with the cooking. So waiting for them to move in, but we will need more room for workers. And once we have the third building done, that will also allow us to take in more children. So the third building, it's depends also on the dollar exchange rate, but will be about $60,000. And next will be our main building, which is the biggest project because it's a 3-story building, and we're right now in the process of getting all the permits for that and everything ready to start building that. And that will have a big sanctuary in the first floor for our church, and office rooms, different offices for all the staff, as well as a medical center that will have direct access from the outside to serve our community, and also for these children, of course. On the second floor will be a school. In Mali, the primary school is 6 years, so there's 6 classrooms and another classroom for a preschool class. So we have all those classrooms ready. We hope to be starting a really good Christian school. The school system in Mali is really bad, so it's a big need here to have a good school where they can really learn something and have a good education. There will also be a big room for playing, like a playroom when it's rainy season, so the kids can play in there. And then the third floor will be the dorms, and it will be divided into with separate access. We will have a smaller side for girls, to take in girls, because now people actually offer us children all the time. They know we take in children, so orphans are offered to us to be taken in. So we have a side for the girls, and then we have a side for the boys. And the estimate is about 150 children will be able to sleep in those rooms and have room there. And it's going to be small rooms, like 8 people in a room, and we hope to have like family units in some ways in those rooms. So that's the big building, and that's going to be very costly. That's going to be about $1 million, just that one building. The next on the list, and that's the last phase, is going to be businesses. We already have a Christian carpenter who will move here, and then he will train the children, those children who want to learn that trade, and it would also help us to serve the community and to bring in some income. So we'll have a carpenter, we will have room for a tailor. We're planning a little restaurant and an internet cafe, a little bakery, a little store, and we will have a pharmacy also that goes with the medical center.